Hello, I'm Don Dem, and I'm designing some delicious and geeky beers. And that's what this is about. With your help, I'm going to give to you this cookbook of geeky beer and this companion DVD to help you brew your own.
What do you mean by geeky beer?
Well, I'm glad you asked that completely non-scripted and spontaneous question. This isn't just good beer with a geeky label slapped onto it. Each theme starts with an inspiration and is carefully researched. And you're going to see the results of that research in this book. You're going to learn about ancient mythologies, the history of dwarves, the history of elves, and how all of that research led to the ingredient choices we made for each one of these beers. All of these stories are going to bring you closer to your beer and help you and your friends to connect with the experience. Take a closer look at the project to see what I mean. And with that 27 points, the apprentice goes down. You can always tell a beer lover by the way they smell their beer before they drink it. This is a good beer. I call it the Wizard's Wit. It's inspired by the wizards from the role-playing table. It's a fun one to brew, and an even better one to share with your friends. What do you think, guys?
Perfect nourishment after a round of crushing foes. I think I'll have me another.
I feel something. It's like tingling in my fingers. I think it's affecting me.
Ahoy, ye landlubbers! I've got a tale to tell ye, a fine tale of sailing and brewing. There be several things that go into making a great beer, starting with the hops, like me Pirate IPA.
You know, the IPA, or India Pale Ale, wasn't called that because it was brewed in India. It was actually brewed in Europe starting in about the 19th century. Brewers learned that by raising the alcohol content and the amount of hops used, the beer wouldn't spoil so quickly, thus surviving the long sea voyage to India.
Now let's go plunder us some booty! Arr!
The Arkham Pale Ale, taken directly from the pages of the Necronomicon. As we know from the ancient text, there are great mysteries that go into creating the master brew, especially that magical ingredient that gives it meaning. The yeast. The yeast. The yeast. The yeast. The yeast. It, along with the appropriate ritual chanting, will help direct your beer towards a specific style and give it the subtle flavors that make the beer unique. Hold on to your sanity, because I will unlock those mysteries for you.
Obviously, you can really geek out over brewing beer. Come geek out with me. Pledge now to receive your custom recipes and other rewards, such as this DVD, beer labels, and a copy of this book. You may even come to one of our parties and raise a glass with the many fine brewers that are going to be there. Oh, and tell your friends. It's always best to have a brewing buddy, and I'd love to see them there.
The yeast.